Then, as now, certain style trends come to dominate the fashion scene. Indeed, the clothing for American women in the 1840s was defined by a variety of features, several of which can be readily found in bodices and skirts of the day. From the top, bodices from this decade were, above all else, designed to be tightly fitted to the wearer, something accomplished with the help of rigid corsets worn underneath. The close fit was further aided by the closure of the bodice. Almost all 1840s dresses had a back closure of hook and eye. Typically situated under a concealing placket, these hooks and eyes were set very close together and in a pattern where every other one was opposed to the other, a configuration that prevented gaps. Also affecting the shape of the 1840s bodice was the nearly ubiquitous low-sloping shoulder seams. The sloped shoulder led to a variety of sleeves, with one of the most popular being the two-tier cap sleeve that was usually accompanied by a fitted undersleeve. The main focus was on the front of the bodice, where the fan-pleated style was on full display. Radiating from the long front point that was the characteristic waistline of 1840s bodices, the fan pleat extended up at least to the bust, and by 1846, all the way to the shoulders. Opposite of the tightly fitted and elongated bodice, skirts of the 1840s opted for volume. Still prior to the invention of the bustle, the fullness of these skirts was not just centered in the back, but rather all around, which was achieved through two main means. The first of these ways was built into the skirt itself, in the form of tiny, closely spaced pleats around the waist. The other was through the assistance of petticoats worn underneath. Petticoats, which could be made of stiffened horsehair, added width to the bottom half of one's outfit, with it following that more petticoats translated to greater width. Indeed, the exact number of petticoats worn underneath a skirt fluctuated during the 1840s, depending on the precise year and occasion. Yet for fashion's sake, the minimum amount of petticoats worn for everyday clothes was 2, with the maximum being around 6 if formal dress was required. Keeping these hallmarks in mind, the American woman would have put her most fashionable foot forward in the 1840s.